Yo, 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 what is up, guys? Hope you are doing well. Happy Taco Tuesday. It is April 1st. It is also the second half of the first half of the year. We go by H's here. So the first half, the second half of the first half, or the beginning of the second quarter. Guys, I hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a wonderful day since the last time maybe we've connected. Maybe you watched AJ's show. That is I'm having a lot of fun doing that. I know his time here in Georgia is coming to a close, so we got just a few left. Hopefully you guys have get a chance to check that out. If you don't, tune in tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you smash that like button. If you are watching on X, you could do the same thing. It's a heart, not a like button. Same idea, same concept. So what do we got here? What do we got here? GM, everybody in the chat. What's up to everybody? What do we get here? Who got DJ and Brian taking home the gold medal today? Congratulations, sir. 6 a.m. Doug, my guy, Dougie Fresh. Doug with the silver. And JC with the bronze. Let's go. Congratulations to all of our medal winners today. As you guys know, we are keeping tabs of all of that. There will be a season leader. There will be what was it? What did they do in Hunger Games? Like if you're the last one, it's like also soccer. You'll get relegated. So the goal is to show up as early as possible and get those hey, what's ups. Try to get some medals so that you are not booted off the island at the end of season 1 coming up soon here. So let's go. How's crypto today? We're up a little bit today. Like to see that. Is this the recovery we've all been waiting for? I don't know. A lot of our fear and greeds and our altcoin season indexes, we'll take a look at all of those charts when we get to the trading view section later on. But fear and greed at 24, altcoin season at 15. Yesterday was 17, if I'm not mistaken. So slipping a little. That's what we're looking for, though, is altcoin season. If you're not a Bitcoin maxi, then you really are looking for altcoin season to kick off. And that is me. Now, I may transition at some point in my life. I've thought about this and I've had the conversation. I'm going to kick my sandals off here, get comfortable, get cozy. I have thought that many times throughout my journey here, especially as of late, within the last cycles, the previous bear to where we are now and all that the goal is to acquire as much stable coin as possible at the end of this run, whenever that may be. Maybe it's a super cycle. Maybe we just get to the, we get a little pump at the tail end of this year, like what we're thinking the second half. We get really, we kick off, and then, we get a few months of some solid activity, and then that's it. Man, there was somewhere else. Boom, 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 boom. Something caught my attention over here on the chat. My bad. Story time. Anyway, let's go. Let's look. If you got, what was story time about? Why was I telling you a story? And I'm so sorry that my mind got wandered when I saw something in the chat here. But I appreciate it. Anyway, Corey, you sent. I saw the eggplant emoji. Threw me off. I was wondering what was happening. Anyway, love you guys. All right, let's just dig in here. I got a few stories. So here's what we're going to do, a little bit different. It is Corey's fault. It's always Corey's fault. When in doubt, it's Coach Corey, Captain Crunch. It's his fault. Captain Corey Crunch. It's Captain Corey Crunches. I think I just called him Captain Crunch, like the cereal guy. But what we're going to do today is we're going to do some articles, but I've got one thing. We're going to watch a video clip, and I got the headphones here, so I'll put them over the microphone so you guys should be able to hear the speak, because that's usually the sound issue that we have, is not being able to play video. So we'll do that. So after we get through the markets, we'll get into some of our headlines. We'll do that, and then we'll get on over to the charts. And if there's anything in the world you guys want to see charted, let me know, What do I got on tap for us today? I got on the lineup. I've got us with, we're gonna do the Bitcoin. Obviously, we'll do B3. I pulled that one up there. Somebody was asking about that the other day, so I want to pull that one up because I am making sure that the let's see, B3, that I am making sure that we talk about that. The whole thing with the gaming narrative and everything. So I will have to double check that. Let's see, the Filecoin, I pulled that. Somebody was asking about that the other day as well. Indicators on that are starting all to point up. Now I know a lot of them are. So we got that. We'll take a look at it. I've got, obviously want to take a look at ONDO because you know what is up. Yes, Blocky. Like now we could talk. I'll text message you after the show. If the morning show works better for you than the 4 p.m., we could do that. I kind of just thought that the format for this one would work better, but it doesn't matter. We can totally talk crypto and charts and do all that kind of stuff on the morning show as well on Friday. So totally. So if you would rather do that, we'll chat in the background and we'll pick a time that works better. And either one works for me, man. I'd love to do it either the morning or the afternoon show. So let's see here. So Ondo for sure, Solana, XRP. Let's see here. XRP. And then VeChain and the Graph. I think that'll probably be it. And maybe we'll look at some other ones. I like, maybe I was looking at JASMY. Are we ever going to get that breakout? Sorry, I got distracted. I saw a text message that took my mind for a second. Apologies. All right. So we will get through some of those charts. I didn't mean to go through all those. We're going to look through a bunch of charts. My guy. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. All right. So we are going to pop back over here to CoinMarketCap on my screen. And let's show you this here. There it is. All right. The crypto market cap 1.87% up today. We love to see it. Hopefully, we are in an upward trend when we get to looking at the others, when we get to looking at the total market cap, all that kind of stuff. There are going to be some opportunities for hopefully to see when we're going to, or some visuals of when we're going to hopefully see our the whole thing going up, man. I know we're all waiting for it. April 1 is today. This could be the month we've all been waiting for. Historically, if February and March are red, April is green, and I think it's green by some pretty good numbers. Maybe one of the last times green was like 2% or whatever, but there historically have been some big numbers in a February, in an April following a cold February and March, which is what we saw. So April Fool's pump? I hope not, Doug. I hope that this is like the real deal. I haven't looked at my portfolio either. Same thing. It was really nice to take most of last week off and just kind of spend time with the family and step away from that. So I wasn't looking at my portfolio either. We all know that everything's way down, and you can look at that here when we go to the CMC 100. This is something that we like. Oh, nope, I screwed it up again today. Dang it! It's here on the altcoin season. And altcoin season just dropped. No, went up to 16. There you go. Here it is. So as you can see, this is I love looking at this now. The top 100. This is a great look. Here, let me pull myself off. There you go. The top 100, their performance over the last 90 days. And it's a really cool metric to see how things are in comparison with Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, as we saw yesterday, has been coming down the hill pretty good, or coming back up the hill as far as its performance over the last 90 days. We saw it down to like 17 at some point about a week and a half ago. Yesterday, when we were looking, it was about 12 or 13, down to 10.25% today. What I am thinking is that this is one of the best assets to be holding, right? Because yesterday we saw XRP in here. XRP is not in here anymore. Where is XRP? It was, bless you, honey. How am I not seeing it? Because it was in the positive yesterday here by just a little bit, and there's no way over the unless 90 days ago is when it ripped. but I don't even see XRP on this list. And it's been on this list the whole time. That's wild that they don't even have it on here. Third red? Oh, shit. Ha! Okay, there it is. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate you. Boom, you got better eyes than me. Let's get it. So this is something I really like to look at as far as, if you're trying to, and listen, there's a lot of people that ask me advice about what cryptos to buy and everything. And I will use this thing as kind of a guide. And I've been doing that as of late, where it's like, listen, you get, this is Bitcoin's bull run. A lot of the attention is on Bitcoin. So it is the safer bet. It is, as you can see, a little bit more stable than most. So the coins that are above it, as far as less, performing better, as performing better than Bitcoin, there's few that are actually worth a damn. I mean, Maker, sure, it's not in my portfolio, but I know people that hold it. XRP, okay. Tron, I'm not a Tron guy, but I know a lot of people who use Tron. KuCoin share. I mean, it's just there's a couple exchange tokens, and then the Trump token. I mean, that whatever, like the thing was a gazillion percent down from where it was, so I wouldn't give that the credit that it's showing here at 50%, 58% up. IP Ohm, those things have been kind of just hanging up there as well. So Ohm's performed really well, counterperforming the market, kind of like we saw Chainlink do a couple of bear markets ago. So this I love okay, so here's the deal. If you're talking to someone who's got a ton of money already, this is a great metric for you to say, look, Bitcoin, it holds its value better than most, right? You're going to see some more volatility in other ones. But if you're looking for someone who maybe is trying to be a little bit more risky, and we did yesterday, and it kind of, we're going to have to do this because I did not mark down the 5, and I did not mark them down as the 5 that we were supposed to do in a portfolio. So we didn't get the prices in yesterday, but we could do this today. And we'll figure this out. But so, I would say, pick 5 of these and diversify into some of the bigger name coins that maybe you've heard of. Maybe people go on and do some research into some of these, and they pick 5 that are down pretty good over the last 90 days. I mean, I feel like you're going to have a solid, return on investment. You got, going back to that list, like Jasmy's down 67% over the last 90 days. Like, at some point, that thing's going to come back. You've been listening to me tell you about what's going on in Japan. Japan's flipping the script on crypto like we are in the United States, right? Like, they're doing that actively. They're giving people money back with taxes. They're doing ETFs. Like, they're saying crypto is okay. And JASMY is like that's the coin there. It was launched by a lot of big Japan executives from some of the big companies that we all know and brand names and shit. And so that thing is going to make a big comeback when the time is right. And so I put together a big post about that earlier in the week and said, listen, guys, like, these are the things that when I look at these, like when the narrative speaks to you, the narrative speaks to you. And that's one, man. Japan coming into the game full strength. And we saw over the course of, my time in crypto, especially the early years, it's like India and China banned crypto like every other month, right? And you would see how it would affect things. But now that we're seeing on a global acceptance scale, like, man, I believe like that it's going to be a total game changer. So Kai Wonderland, hey, made it. Let's go. Leslie Collins in the house. Moreheart, when are we smelting? Dude, it's so funny. We were cleaning out some stuff in the garage and I found my bag. I got a whole bag of like old silver, or I don't even know if it's real. I gotta do that whole thing. But I want to get that. I want to get to some smelting. So we're gonna smelt down some silver and make some ingots, I believe is what they're called. So let's see. Let's go. All right. Shout out to my chat. Appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you smash the like button. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. That's over on YouTube. You also make sure you're following over on X. That's what you got to do. That's the thing to do, as they say. All right. Let's bring it back. CoinMarketCap. We're going to go through this now. The top 10, and then we'll get into our news stories here. Bitcoin coming in at 85,000, up 3% today. ETH 1,900, up 4.5 almost. XRP 213. I'd like to see this thing rip. It's down 13% in the week. Still doing a little bit better than Solana. But it's like as the week goes on, or as the market cap goes down, you're still more in the red for some of these things. All right, so you got XRP 213, BNB 608, Solana 126, still down 13.5% on the week, up a skosh today. I'd like to see Solana rip big time Solana. Let's go. You got Doge coming in at 17 cents, up 3.3% today. Cardano coming in at number 9, hanging tough in that top 10, up 3% at 67.75. And then Tron rounding out your top 10 at 23 cents, up almost a little over 3.5% on the day. What's up, baby? Mommy's here. Mommy's here. Come here. Tell everybody, say hi. Come say hi to everybody and tell them to smash the like button. Let's go full screen. Well, hold up now. Hold up. There you go. Now we're full screen. Look at the cameras right there. Smash the like button. Yep, and then say, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yep, that's great. Do you like Bitcoin? Yeah. What's your favorite crypto? Solana? Daddy? Yeah. You're going to that. That's okay. On a story? Oh yeah, that's the podcast for when we put it on for nighttime. That's the Elsa and Anna podcast. Why is it on? It's just on there. Do you like Bitcoin? Yeah. Say Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Say Ethereum. Ethereum. Say XRP. XRP. But then say ONDO is the winner. ONDO's the winner. Yeah, ONDO. Woo! You gonna go see my mom? You're gonna go see your mom? All right. Hey, give me a smoochie on my cheek. Thank you. I love you. Ciao for now. I love that. All right, that was a little break there. Little mash the like button time, as you guys know. Okay, let's bring it back. Bring it back to some crypto here. All right, so we did our top 10. What else we got here? Let's look at Pi. Pi slipping down to 26. As you guys know, this thing was hanging at number 11 and is just on its way down. That is one that is just interesting for me to watch slide down the charts. I just can't imagine, honestly, mining that shit on my phone for 6 years. I would have never been able to hang in there. So shout out to everybody who did that. And I don't even know, did everybody get all their coins? Like, what's the deal with all that? All right, let's see here. Let's look at our biggest losers of the day. We got Dex, Story, 4, PancakeSwap, Pi, Cheeto, Jupiter. Now we're gonna take a pass on all those. What's pumping today? We got any big pumpers? EOS, we know, is doing its rebrand. So Volta Finance, Volta Bank, something like that. Volta is what they're switching their thing to. Render up 8%, but still down 9% on the week. Okay. Let's look at some of our biggest losers on the week. What do we got here? Immutable. Okay, you know, we're looking at the B3 today. So talk about gaming. There you go. That could be something. It's the biggest loser on the week, still down to 28%, almost 29%. So you could get some of that. Sent ones I had available to Doug. The rest are locked until next year. Okay, locking them up. Yeah, Jake going all in on Ondo. The Oracle has spoken. Yes, the Ondo Oracle is my daughter. Let's see what else we got here in the losers bracket. PancakeSwap, nah, not so much a fan. Jupe, yeah, I'm not really doing too many exchange tokens these days, unless I need it for fees. I'm not. There's other things that are gonna, in my opinion, move a little bit harder. Move, nah. Story, nah. Dex, nah. Hype, nah. Pyth, man, still down. We're down double digits on some of these still. So, man, AVAX, Psy, Fetch, Theta, XRP down 13.42%. I would love to see XRP rip back up to like the $3 range. Come on, it's time. VeChain. I'm getting ready to do a big VeChain purchase because like I told you, I know I keep threatening it. It's just been finding the time, but Whitney and I are going to get ready to one of the nights, I believe this week, our daughter is going over to her grandparents' house to have some dinner. And so we will have the house to shoot. We're going to do a video where we do going through the VBetterDAO, and we'll get my wife set up with a couple of the apps so that she can earn some of the token and be a part of the VFAM ecosystem. So be on the lookout for that. Maybe we'll do that Thursday. Maybe that'll be the first Thursday night show So we'll do a little house cleaning really quick. Thursday nights, I want to go. I want to start doing 'cause it's how things are going to start shaking out with the shows. We're going to bring the morning show back on a regular basis. I've got this afternoon show, which is kind of taking shape of the news and numbers. And then Thursdays, I would like those to be more of like interview AMA style, all that kind of stuff where that's, it's a little bit more of an intimate setting with someone one on one and we have a conversation or do some kind of whether it's talk about a specific trading something or whatever it happens to be. So that's kind of the idea for Thursday night. So maybe we'll do that for the first one this week. We'll kick it off, or I'll do something different, and we'll just do that some other night. Either way, so be on the lookout for that. One day it'll be worth money, and he'll regret it. That's funny. What a guy though. What a guy. Spreading the love there, spreading that pie love. Everybody should have a little pie, whether it's the crypto or some blueberry or some rhubarb. All right, let's get into our articles so that we can blast through these and get into some charts, guys. Make sure you smash the like button. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Grayscale files to convert a Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP large cap fund into an ETF. Now, why is this important? Because it's going from a private fund into a ETF, which now opens the door to anybody. The private fund was for accredited investors only here in the United States. If you don't have $1 million, you are not an accredited investor. Even if you know how to invest, you're not an accredited investor. But now that they're switching it from the large cap fund to an ETF, it becomes available to more people. Let's read in here. Here we go. The existing private fund, which was only available to accredited investors, like we said. The weight of the fund is about 80% Bitcoin. You got about 11% XRP, Solana, and Cardano are going to, I'm sorry, the Ethereum was 11%, and then XRP, Solana, Cardano go 5 or 6, 3, 1, respectively. Cardano was added to in January of 2025, and AVAX was removed because of an index rebalancing. Okay. If successful, the conversion of this fund into an ETF would enable everyday investors to gain exposure to the crypto market. And the first batch of the Bitcoin spot ETFs, as we know, approved for the United States here were back in January of 2024. We've seen a lot of ETFs come out this year, a lot, which is really good for more funds. And I know we're breaking up a fund for an ETF, but the more funds that we have, by these bigger players, and especially if they're multi, that's not just one. It's not you don't have to just go into Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana. Like you buy into the multi. Once we start having more of these, and again more of, and I say the obscure cryptos, but like the H bars, and there was one the other day, and when I say obscure, it's like I know Doge is probably going to get one too. Honestly, at the end of the day, the farther that we go down the market cap list and still include an ETF, it is a good thing overall for when we get index funds. So, at the time of writing, the U.S. Bitcoin ETFs contain $97 billion worth of AUM or assets under management. Ethereum ETFs have have a little over $8.5 billion, and that was according to CoinGlass. Let's see, couple more notes I took here. We've seen ETF filings for the likes of Dogecoin, Bonk. Oh, here we go. These are ones. That's a Dogecoin, Bonk, and even the official Donald Trump meme coin, none of which have been approved yet. Trump ETFs could hit the market in early April, according to Eric Balkunis, the Bloomberg senior ETF analyst. But I just not really sure. It says, let's see. However, predictors on myriad markets believe this is unlikely, with a 93% of voters believing that there will not be a Trump ETF by the end of April. I hardly would even begin to fathom that would not be a conflict of interest. And we're going to talk about a story and listen to a video about that conflicts of interest, including Trump. And this is a video about Eric, his son, saying that he doesn't communicate with his father on crypto stuff. So we'll check that out in just a few minutes here. The next article I want to show you is this one. Senator Tuberville's bill could open crypto to retirement funds. Could you imagine dumping some of your retirement account, or you finally talk to your grandpa or your grandma or whatever, your uncle, and you say, you convince them all after all these years, you did try to tell them when Bitcoin was $3,000, but you couldn't quite get through. And I get it, man. This shit was speculative back then. But now Bitcoin's, pushing back into the 90s. Soon again, we'll be in the hundreds on our way to wherever we're going to go. And Gramps is going to want to put some of that retirement fund that he's got into crypto. Not only that, but banks are going to be able to offer it. That's the new thing. So I'm telling you, this is, you hear me say this on AJ's show, and I want to make sure that you guys understand this. I know that the prices are going down. I know people are getting sick and tired of getting sick and tired. We're not sick of winning, all that stuff. But if you pay attention to all of the news, you read the headlines, you understand what's happening, is that we are living a bullish divergence in crypto right now. The price is going down, right? But the indicators, they're going up. Every single one of them. Every indicator is going up, but the price is going down. And that is a bullish divergence on the charts and in real life. That's what's going to happen. So when in doubt, zoom out, motherfuckers. Zoom out, motherfuckers. Gramps is going to be my exit liquidity. You darn right he is, but that's okay. That's okay, because he'll be holding the bag and he's going to just keep it there. Like, could you imagine? Like, that's the thing. Like, most of these, you put this in your retirement account and you're just going to want to let it sit there for a long time anyway. So let it happen. I mean, if you look over the history of time, and we can do this if you guys want, we can do the total market cap over the history of time. And I guarantee you there is a up and to the right trajectory on this whole thing. Mike Vollmer, my guy. What is up, fam? All right, let's go through this a little bit. The proposed legislation, you probably want to see it. The proposed legislation is set to shake up the retirement investment landscape. It would give people the chance to diversify their portfolios by including crypto, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, probably some others soon. I would assume, especially if we do like the U.S. baskets and all that shit moves forward. This is going to be a wild and crazy couple of years, guys. I feel like this could be the super cycle, right? The mass adoption becomes the super cycle, and Bitcoin can do whatever the fuck it wants. Bitcoin wants to go on 4-year cycles with miners and bullshit and all that stuff. Great, good for it. Okay, thanks, Satoshi. But the rest of crypto is going to go on. Bitcoin, you are the king. You get your respect. Respect where respect is due, all that stuff. But at some point, time to move on with this industry. It will be much bigger. The industry will be much bigger than what Bitcoin is. Again, we'll always pay tribute to the king, but it's time to move forward with something a little bit bigger. Time to get off the 4-year cycle. And I'm hoping that this is the one. And we just go on like an 8-year mega bull run and we all just get so filthy rich. It's nasty. It's going to be amazing. Bitcoin to 1 million. Let's go. All right. I hyped myself up there. Let's see. So he's going to introduce a bill allowing Americans to invest their retirement funds in crypto, as we know. Let's see. How does this video sound? Can you guys, this will give me a good indicator. Different position before. Now it's not long enough. All right. So if I do this.
The Biden administration just hammered the American people with regulations. And tomorrow I'm dropping a bill called the Financial Freedoms Act. And it allows families and individuals to invest their retirement funds into crypto. Now, President Trump has become the crypto president. And we want to help him with this. This will be something good for everybody. Diversify. This is a free country. Do what you want with your money. But the Biden administration, they didn't want anything to do with crypto.
I think that is absolutely loud and freaking clear. The Biden administration wanted nothing to do with crypto, and yet we are starting to see this administration fully embrace it. And again, I tell you, listen to the tone, listen to what they're saying, watch all these changes happen, watch all the things that have been said over the last several years as far as mass adoption is coming right now. And again, I was saying since last year on the show, and again, I did have the order a little bit wrong in the beginning, right? Because I thought that the institutional adoption was already here. Institutions could not adopt it until the government said it was okay. And so in my thesis and theory was it was that the institutions had adopted, government was going to say it was okay, and then the retail was going to scale in. What had happened was institutions were chomping at the bit to be able to use crypto and blockchain for various things. The government had to give everybody a first. And so that's what we saw happen. And that's what is happening. And from that, you see the institutions, you see the policy change, you see the things like banks saying, sure, they could use crypto, or we can make all this happen. That, or using crypto XRP for in 100% of internal transactions, like we saw Bank of America using with XRP. And so the stuff that we have been saying is all happening. Thank goodness that we have a pro administration, and thank goodness that things are moving forward, because again, we talk about price going down, but all of the sentiment, all of the indicators, all of the headlines, everything is pointing up. Bullish divergence, bullish divergence, bullish divergence. Crypto is having a bullish divergence right now. What's up, Ellie? Shout out to the fam. Let's go. Brian Gensler in the house today. Institutions couldn't, but their employees sure did, 100%. And institutions couldn't do that shit on the books, but they were, whether they were working with blockchains privately, whether they were developing blockchains privately, whether they were, you heard the story where I talked to Samara Cohen, the VP of ETFs at BlackRock. When she came out and she was talking about her experience buying Bitcoin, it took her 2.5 minutes a couple of years ago to buy Bitcoin, and now it's faster. It's like, you understand, the people at these levels of these positions in these companies, and the fact that they are now publicly talking about crypto and blockchain and Bitcoin or whatever is massive. Oh, here we go. Congratulations to Ellie on the move to Denver. Just finished the trip yesterday. Let's go. We know that you've been working hard getting the land. Did you move to your land? Did you get a house on your land? Is that what you did, or did you move somewhere like nearby so that you can, while you build? Let us know in the chat. All right, let's move on to our next article while we wait for that. BlackRock's Fink pumps tokenization in the annual letter. Larry Fink, as you guys know, the CEO and chairman of BlackRock, touched on 3 blockchain-related topics at this year's annual letter. The first part of his letter was about how private markets have been out of reach for most investors, and BlackRock is in the process of changing that. For some reason, the digital asset sector often sees private assets as low-hanging fruits for tokenization. Later, he moved on to tokenization, highlighting how fractionalization can democratize access. And then finally, he referenced Bitcoin. On the one hand, BlackRock manages the largest Bitcoin ETF. However, his concern is more about getting control over the United States government debt. Interesting. Very interesting. Here's a quote that he had: "Decentralized finance is an extraordinary innovation. It makes markets faster, cheaper, and more transparent. Yet the same innovation could undermine America's economic advantage if investors begin seeing Bitcoin as a safer bet than the dollar." Very interesting how that is going to start concerning everybody, even though the dollar, as we know it, is on its way out. Right? Sort of is. Kind of feel like that's what's happening. On the tokenization front, Mr. Fink noted that the world's money moves through plumbing built when trading floors still shouted orders and fax machines felt revolutionary. That's funny. It's funny when you look at movies about the old stock floor and all that stuff, and papers flying around and people screaming, like, how the fuck did they get shit done? That was wild. He's bullish on tokenization because he sees it as a democratizing access, shareholder voting, and yield. Despite BlackRock managing the largest Bitcoin ETF, there was a striking omission in Fink's projections for the future of investing, cryptocurrency itself. While he outlined his shift from the traditional 60-40 split between stocks and bonds towards a 20-30, 50-30-20 allocation, stocks, bonds, and private assets, crypto doesn't fit nearly into any of those categories. Interesting. I wonder where that fits in there. I'll come to Colorado and hang out with you guys. Absolutely. I used to live in Fort Collins for a while. Also lived in Estes Park at the ranch up there, doing horse rides, man. And it was a chuck wagon cook and a horse wrangler. Those were the days. I'll tell you what, that was a different lifetime to go. All right. That is that article there. BlackRock telling everybody, we know tokenization is the thing, right? The tokenization of the markets here and like all over the world. When you talk about a 16 to 30 trillion dollar market cap for the tokenization ecosystem by 2030, you know that I am extremely bullish, and I feel like even though they say that shit's conservative, like it is going to blow that way out of the water. Let's talk 50. 16 to 30. Why? Let's talk 50. Let's blow that shit up. Volume. Oh, you're nice. I love that. Is such a beautiful part of the country. Absolutely enjoy, man. Enjoy. All right, this is I want to watch like about 30 seconds or so of this video. This is the Eric Trump saying that he's not communicating with his father about crypto. So let me put. Maybe it's better if we do it like this. All right.
What communication is there between you and the president about crypto, given the administration's focus on making it more accessible? Should there be a firewall if there isn't already?
Yeah, virtually none. I can tell you my father has always been a big part of cryptocurrency. He's frankly one of the things that got him elected. He is out there and he became kind of champion of an industry with the most unusual people. And when I say that, with people who traditionally, maybe weren't Republicans, people who might not have been hard asset people like my father was his entire adult life, but he fell in love with an industry because the regulators were going after that industry. They were going after the Ashers of the world the exact same way as they were going after our family. They were throwing lawsuit after lawsuit on them for no reason whatsoever. They were canceling them. They were debanking them. Coincidentally, because of politics, they happened to be doing the very same thing to our family. And so it brought maybe two unusual groups together, our family and this movement, as well as the crypto industry. And there's no doubt, and there's no shadow of a doubt that the crypto industry, the Bitcoin industry, him showing up at every single crypto conference and speaking at it, being the first presidential candidate to do so, really opened his eyes to a lot of the industry, but also brought this massive continuity between the crypto industry and our family.
Eric, I hear what you're saying when you say there are no conflicts of interest and you're not communicating with your dad about crypto, but still, I would think that there are critics out there who see that the actions taken by the White House and your family maybe are not necessarily actually for the crypto industry, and instead they're enriching your family.
I think that's a great place to leave off on there. I feel like there's probably a lot of truth to both sides, right? I think that we can all agree that while he may have enriched himself and his family in the process, there is no shadow of a doubt that we are here on this main stage with crypto because of Trump. It was a huge issue during the election season. Like we heard in one of the other videos, the Biden administration was horrible to the crypto industry. The crypto industry rallied around Trump. He came to listen, you have to understand, Kamala Harris, after Trump announced that he was coming to the Bitcoin conference, Kamala Harris announced that she was coming to the Bitcoin conference. And within 36 hours, that was canceled because that idea was rejected. She was clearly not welcome there. And so you can see that the entire shift of this spotlight for crypto really happened on this mainstream level and this mass adoption. We talk about, the regulation side and saying the government saying it's okay, and then institutions allowing it, building the products for the retail to come in, because that's what's happening. We say all of that. It was great for our industry in the spotlight. add in the Trump meme coin. What they're doing is just building a suite of products. It's very clear now with the announcement that they recently did with they're getting into mining. They're literally building in every aspect of the crypto industry because they understand where it's going. So yes, while they are enriching themselves in their businesses and their family, which every fucking person in this country is able to do, right? Some have a platform and they can make it happen faster than others, but everybody's got the same opportunity. It's just about how you get there. And so while yes, I will reiterate, while the enrichment of the Trump family and the organization has happened, we have also as a ecosystem experienced growth and exposure because of it, and to a very positive way, mass adoption level. And so that's what's happening. So I think it's a good thing. It's also a bad thing. If you're saying I think it's 50-50, or are you guys talking about topping? The Trump coin, in my opinion, Ellie, I agree. The Trump coin was good. The Trump coin would have been really a good thing. Adding the Melania token as soon as they did on top of it was the insult, because that didn't need to happen. And we talked about that when it was all going down, and we all felt the same way. The Melania token was really the bad taste of all of this. The Trump token would have been just fine, but interesting to see. We can look at that later when we get into some charts and look at the Trump token and see how it's doing. I can't imagine. I feel like that's the one, if I'm not mistaken, it's like built half of the rounded bottoms theory. So we'll have to take a look at that. Trump coin would have looked better if launched earlier in his campaign. I do not disagree with that, Andrew. I think you might be right. I think they did it at the last minute out of desperation because he couldn't do it now. And again, they wanted to position themselves, or I guess for the Trump coin itself. Yes. They already had the organization, they've been getting into the businesses, doing the mining that was just announced even while he's the president. So it's interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think, or we can do a poll actually? Let's do this. Let's go. I'm going to go here and create the poll. Do you think Trump family is a conflict of interest in crypto? That's really a stupid way to put that. That's not, I don't think I want to ask that question. But just drop your comments down below in the chat, guy. I don't care if you're on X. I don't care if you're on YouTube. You can chat either way. So do it. Come on. Smash the like button as well. Number one thing that you can do to help me. It's the quid pro quo. It's like thanking yourself for being here. And it also thanks me and helps me. So there's an unofficial Trump coin that some YouTuber was super bullish on and then bought tons ahead of the election. Wonder how he's doing. Interesting. Who? I would like to know. Certainly was not me. All right, let's go on to another article. And by the way, really quick, I gotta say, I got. My attorney got me. He had told me that I was getting sued by someone we all know. And that literally was it was honestly threw my brain for a fucking loop. And I love my brother. He's hilarious. But he got me good. And so he said that I was getting sued by someone that we all know. And this, I'll tell you what, that obviously, you could, if you were watching the show in the beginning, when that came in, that man, I probably turned pale white and froze. But he got me. Golly, my brother is a son of a gun, man. I told people, I tweeted something this morning that to the effect of, listen, we've all been getting rugged enough this year. How about we just let April Fool's Day sit this one out? And so in my mind, I was letting it marinate and just chill. I was going to worry about a Fool's Day next year, but man, I got fooled. Yeah. God. Good job. Good job. Everybody fooling people out there. Good job. Good job. All right. Next article here. This is our fun one for the day. I don't know how I feel about this, but 23andMe, as we know, is going out of business, right? Or at least they were bankrupt or something. What do we get if Psy takes it over? Interesting. DNA testing company 23andMe announced last week that they will file for bankruptcy. A wave of speculation followed. What would happen to the troves of sensitive genetic data from over 15 million people worldwide that had collected over the years? Well, on Thursday, Layer 1 blockchain developer Psy Network announced on X that its governing body, the Psy Foundation, well, they were bidding to acquire 23andMe. The acquisition would give users control of their genetic data through encrypted confidential transfers, allowing individuals to decide how their data is accessed and monetized. They called the move the boldest DeSci bet yet, and they believe that user data sovereignty is a matter of national security with an American biotech pioneer facing bankruptcy. Personal genomic data of millions becomes vulnerable to parties that may not share the same values of transparency and open access. Okay. I mean, I actually don't hate that. As long as they will use it for good. That's very interesting to have all of that DNA for a company going bankrupt. Now you're like, oh shit, I wish I didn't do that. I never did 23andMe. I know some people who have, but I have not. Traditionally, health data is controlled by a small set of centralized actors. We want to put the control back into the hands of those it belongs to. The high-performance blockchain is designed to handle the massive scale required for 15 million users' genetic data sets while ensuring privacy and security. And this is really interesting. I had said this was something that I think came out kind of an idea of a couple years ago, was as we grow and develop and scale, and we have these blockchains, maybe blockchains will place very specific roles, right? Maybe Psy does become the medical record. I know that these aren't medical records, but let's just use that as an example. This genetic data sets, if you will, is medical records of some regard, right? And so maybe this does work out very well and it's very scalable. And so now Psy becomes the blockchain for medical records. And I believe California was testing Tezos for cars on the blockchain, if I'm not mistaken. So cars, everything automotive related is on Tezos. And I believe actually, so Volvo, I think Volvo or Saab was doing something different with what they had going on. Man, this is all things that I haven't thought about since I got to do some more. I got to do some research back into some of this stuff. Shane's Princess was wondering if you would be interested in getting interviewed by her. You're an admin in her Discord. Absolutely. Yeah, we can set it up 100%. Yep. Sure. Absolutely. I look forward to it. All right. So last bit here. It would likely involve a hybrid approach using both public and private keys. This allows the system to handle the massive size of genomic data sets while leveraging blockchain for data sovereignty and permissions. The future will be permissionless. All right. We take control over your data incredibly seriously and view it as a national security issue, they say. All right. Since the 23andMe acquisition announcement on March 27th, the Psy token has slid nearly 18% from 21 cents down to 17 cents. I do like the Psy token. I like the Psy community. I like a lot of the guys there. I know Chris D, my guy. I know he does a lot of content for some of those Psy guys. I get to see him at some conferences, and so really interesting. I wonder how this is going to go overall. Is it because it's a DAO? Do they have or the foundation? Does it go through like a DAO vote process? Or interesting. We'll have to do some more research into that. The size of the blockchain can't handle the volume of human DNA, so they have to get creative. How's the size of the blockchain not? Another concern is access. Oh, so this is who's opposing view. This is Professor Ahmed Banamfa, a technology expert and engineering professor at San Jose State University. They are convinced that blockchain is the right solution for genomic storage. There are a few problems, we said. Another concern is the access he added. If it's my data, I should control who sees it. Well, that's kind of the whole thing with where we are moving. Like, so why couldn't you control your data and give it to the people who want to use it? Interesting. All right. Well, DeSci, I got a lot to learn about DeSci, to be honest with you. DeSci was a thing, that was a concept that was introduced to me a couple years ago, actually by Doug Hype at a conference. He introduced me to a whole bunch of people that were into DeSci and building on the DeSci kind of ecosystem, and sat down, had a couple of conversations, and these were I'll tell you, some smart people. A little strange, but smart. Very nice. But that's, like, when you are brilliant, when you are that brilliant. What's up, my Ninja Fourth? What's up, my Ninja Fourth? All right, let's go. Let's move it on. I know that we did a, let's see, money should be there tomorrow. I've transferred it 3 times now. What are you talking about? All right. Well, I don't know. You guys are probably talking about something that I don't even know about. Talk about transferring money. Bullshit. Smash that like button if you like crypto. Smash that like button if you want to look at some charts. And if you want to look at some charts and you want to look at something specific, go ahead and drop it in the chat now. And because I'm going to swing it on over to TradingView, and then we'll swing it into Dex Tools. And again, because of, and really a quick shout out, if you missed the show yesterday, I did announce the partnership with Phemex. That is, we are locked and loaded, ready to go. We're going to be doing some live trading, doing some all sorts of things happening over on the Phemex platform. As you guys know, I've been trading on Phemex forever, and so it's amazing that that was the exchange that ended up getting my first deal with. And so shout out to Kai and the team over there for setting that up. So we will do some live trading at some point. If you want to ever be a part of what we've got going on over there on Phemex, you're going to want to sign up. I've got a ref link down below in the description. Click that and sign up. There's no KYC. I've done all the whitelisting, everything you need to do, so you guys can just sign up and have fun. So you don't have to KYC. You don't have to use a VPN anymore. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I did it for you, is what I was told. I said, because my account, I did everything that I need to do with my ID and everything. Everything's whitelisted now. So y'all are good. You don't have to. So if you want to participate, we'll do like trading competitions. There'll be maybe some giveaways, all sorts of shit. You're going to want to make sure that you're signed up. Now, if you had tried to, or if you'd signed up under, I had a previous Phemex link. That was for a different account. If you did click that and you were underneath me there, let me know. Shoot me your UID number, and they can hopefully try to get you in to our group, and we'll get things rolling there. But make no whatever, however you say that. We are going to be messing around a lot with the MemeX part of the platform. We're getting ready to participate. As you guys may or may not have seen, Ghostface Killah is going to be launching a token soon. Ghostface Killah, rapper, Wu-Tang. Also, it is a utility token that is going to have access with NFTs and all that kind of stuff. So, like, this is not the traditional celebrity dropping a meme coin, rug, and dump. This is building an ecosystem. Ghostface Killah has been in crypto for a very long time, several years, done a lot of things. So make sure. My Ninja Fourth, my guy, gifting 5 memberships. Let's go. If I was a Costco guy, I would give you 5 booms. Oh man, I was having so much fun with my brother. We were just making. I just despise those guys. Of course, we're Costco guys. We love the chunk cookie. Boom. It's one of those. There's a couple people on the planet. For me, they get throat punches. Nick Cage, Brendan Fraser, and now the fucking Costco dad. But Ninja Fourth gifting 5 memberships. The homie right there. That's awesome. Appreciate you, Doc. All right. Hey, the fam. Let's go. Jake the Crypto Snack. What? Look at the 3-month for Bitcoin total and the total 3 bear divs on all of them. My guy. All right, let's do that. We'll go straight into Let's see, Bitcoin total and total 3. So Bitcoin. Look at the 3 months. Let's go to a different chart here. Let's go to BTC. We'll go to the old Bitstamp chart. It's like the longest. Oh, red dot too on the old cipher. Let me pull this up for you guys here. Share this tab. Let's hit this one here. Boom. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry, Leslie Collins. Brendan Fraser gets a throat punch. Not so much for like anything. Like Nicolas Cage did something to deserve his place there. And what he did was this scene. This scene. Let's ride. That's the dumbest scene. It ruined his career, for me at least, and never had the respect for him after that as an actor. Maybe you guys should reenact a scene from a good Nick Cage movie. You could do that. Let's see. Let's go to the other 3. What's the total 3? Let's see. And there's waves on this on the 3 month for the total. Are you looking at the same thing? I'm looking at here. I'm gonna pull my camera off. Jake, are you looking? Is this the same? I don't. Why do these things circle? This is from a while back. Man, oh man. So there's that total 3. I mean, it doesn't look good. That's for sure. I had been looking at which chart we had been looking at, not the 3 months, but it was it the 6 months? Yeah. So the 6 month to me on the Bitcoin chart is really what's got to have a lot of us concerned of where potentially we're going, right? And this is something that I had done a little while back, where if you see, these major dips that we've seen, this first one was how far? Okay, so it's about here. So I think it was about 80%, right? And it had this thing marked at a different. This one right here, the second one, 66%. So when I was looking at this before, originally it was 75, 65, and then okay, so say we see a 55%. And again, these are 6 month candles, so that's a year of activity down. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 years of up activity. We are in the first of potentially 2 red candles, which would be terrible, right? So if we go on this diminishing kind of scaling as we go down here, so 75, 65, 55, if that were to happen, that takes this market cap down to those numbers. I'm sorry, were more for Bitcoin, but this, the whole idea, you can see it right here. It's the same concept. Takes down to a $417 billion market cap from where we are right now on the total 3. So I hope that helps there with looking at that. Say what? All right. There we go. Bring it back up on here. So that was the total 3. I need to actually save that on my list. I don't have that one saved. I'm going to do that right now. Come on. All right. It's not popping up. Can't do it. But all right. So we got that right there. That was that chart. I want to see what were the other ones. The 3 month for Bitcoin. Let's look up the 3 month for Bitcoin. This is the one that we need to go to, the Bitstamp chart. This is the one that I was telling you about when I was first saying kind of how it was going off of these dips, right? So this was the 75, this was the 65, and if we were to do a 55%, drop on this on Bitcoin, that would take you to about the low 40s. Nobody wants to see that. I'm not calling for that. I don't think it's going to happen. But if this history repeats itself where we see these 1 year of down, 1 year of down, 1 year of down, if that does happen, that's where it takes it, right? And look, you've got 4 blue candles. You got 4 blue candles. This was 6 months up, 6 months down. They kind of swapped out there, but it's kind of it's not that it's a pattern, but history doesn't repeat, baby. It loves to rhyme, though. I will tell you that history does love to rhyme. My guy, I hope, Jake, I hope that helps. I do think, when you zoom out on Bitcoin, when you zoom out on some of these charts, whether or not I see the bullish divergence or not, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I don't believe that, some of these charts look as good as we want them to. It's not like this thing is just going to reverse course and just go straight up from where it's at. We've got to play some of these things out. Like, we've got 3 more months in this particular candle, right? Is that right? Yeah, because it'll go until July. So we may see more bleed out, and maybe it's instead of 2 red candles in a row, maybe it's just 1, or pink in this case. But the whole idea of we know where we're headed, it's just when are we going to start heading in that direction is the most important thing. And all we can do is take it day by day and figure out what are the catalysts. As we start to see the adoption things change, as we start to see the narrative shift again. We may see, we may see a FUD campaign, or we're going to see another massive liquidation event. These are all things that they happen, and we're just got to be aware. You just got to be watching the charts, man. That's why setting your alarms is so fucking important, especially if you're doing some trading, or if we do know we're ready. This week is going to be a volatile week. We know that, right? There's a lot of things going on. Set your alarms, and when we go through some of these other charts, like when we start looking at them, really think about where if you were to buy some more, where you would want to do that, right? Within these zones of possibilities. So, yeah. Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. Let's go. Mr. Skywatcher. What is this? Mr. Skywatcher? Who are you? This is like the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Oh, pizza. Oh, they said because I have a pizza that I like symbolism. You're retarded, Skywalker. Whatever. All right, let's go. I want to look at the B3. Let's get off the 6 month. We'll go to the daily. Let's take a look at the daily. Remember, this is a gaming project, and right now, gaming narrative is a little slow. It does not have the juice that it once did. So we're not going to squeeze the oranges like we once did. We won't be able to. I don't know why I talked about orange juice there, but you got an orange juice. End of the day, the this green line at the bottom is trending up, whether you like it or not, whether you can see it or not, or you believe that is or not. I promise you it is. And so there you go. This is what you want to be paying attention to here. You probably, because again, the narrative, there's a lot of things where the overall ecosystem, the gaming narrative, nothing is pushing things right now, and so the catalyst is yet to be found. And so what I would do is wait for this thing to come back down and touch the support line. That's what I would do, right? You could say that it's going to hopefully do that in the next little bit here, and that might be the move for it to go. Now, if we were to zoom in on the indicators here, everything. I mean, I wouldn't buy this right now. Down, 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 down. Everything is pointing down. So this is one that you want to keep if you were trying to get into B3. I would hold off because it looks like everything is showing that you'll get a better entry than this. So, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to have a good. I mean, it could rip, right? It's holding this. I would just wait, to be honest with you. Like, you got nothing to lose. It's way down this low. All right. Let's see here. What was the next one? Was there any? You guys didn't have anything on here, right? That you wanted me to look. Greenland announced they'll be part of the USA. Trump tweeted, "Give me a break." Are you serious? Let's look at this. We're gonna go. I'll show you this. Nope. You son of a bitch. Ninja 4, if you got us, didn't you? I think you got us with a little bit of a April Fool's Day thing there. Even the comments section is getting me today. Jesus. First time my brother gets me, aka my lawyer, then you, my community. I know. It's like it's tough, man. I want to believe everybody, and especially if you're putting it in the chat, but I can't believe anybody anymore. None of you. Not today, at least. Tomorrow we'll go back to being friends and believing each other. All right. Let's see here. What do we want to look at next? I know. Let's look at the ONDO chart. I heard ONDO's looking to do a breakout ski. Bring you guys back up here. All right. What time frame are we on here? The daily, huh? I like the daily. Let's zoom in. Go. I still feel like it looks like we held that support line pretty well, bounced off of it. The last couple days we've been going down, and then today, like Corey said, we're actually almost 7% up. Hey, look at that! Right as I turned around, it was ONDO back there. How about that? That's exciting. So while potentially while we're definitely having a good day, we are not broken out of anything quite yet. We definitely need to break out of this downward trend, and we've got about 13.5% to go from where we're at right now. I feel like we're going to have a little bit of a challenge breaking out of the night, breaking up over the 90-cent range. It's been, as you guys know, look at this. We are now 22 days in a 16% zone. That is mostly just the bodies, though. I think if we need to raise it up here to get the wick, 21%, but I don't know. No, we'll just do the bodies. So in less than 17% zone over the last 22 days, this thing is ready to explode. If is my opinion, if ONDO is below $1, you are getting a very good deal. You are getting a value steal at 83 cents. Even if it were to drop down to where some of these green lines are, you might you lose out on a few percentages, right? You might lose out on a few pennies here and there. But at the end of the day, like I said earlier in the show, 6 months down the road from now, we are going to look back on some of these prices and we are going to be laughing that we were even worried about 5 cents. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, man. When we get close to the tail end of this year, man, we are going to be rocking and rolling. Everybody's going to be rich as shit. We're all going to be meeting up somewhere cool in the world for a big party somewhere. I'm all for it. And I hope we are all together at a huge party in the Q4 or the later part of H2 2025. It's going to be great. It is going to be great. All jokes aside and bullshit aside, guys, this is going to be a massive year. This is all just value. You see, like people like AJ, when he charts, he tells you where the value area is. If you buy here, below here, historically, when it goes up here, you're going to make a ton of money. About every single coin is in the buy area right now. And some of them are farther down below in the buy area. Some are below the buy area. They're like, how is it even this low? Let's look at Pyth. Pyth's never been this low. Right? Never. It's like an chart. You can't even where's it going to go to as far as if it were to drop? Who knows? Because there's nothing below there. There's nothing. We got no historical facts and figures. But I tell you what, at some point, this baby's going to turn around. But it ain't today. We do see some of our indicators are starting to point back up. Hopefully this rounds back up. We're in the red here with money, but could be the bullish, all of the bullish and the anchor waves and the trigger waves and all that stuff. This could be this could be what's playing out right now. I know was it the Trump coin that which coin was it that was doing? Let's see. Maybe it was the Trump coin. Okay. All right. We're going to switch to DEX tools because my trading view screwed up and we're not going to worry about that. Okay. Let's go. If there are any coins on DEX tools you guys want to see now, speak now or forever hold your peace. This is going to be where we get a little bit more degen. We look at some smaller caps and figure out if there's any opportunities. And I will tell you this. Last week, I hosted a show with Victoria Fuller on behalf of Nathan and Crypto Magazine and the Liquid NFTs platform. We're going to be doing a lot more with the Liquid NFTs platform, guys, with Nathan and them very soon here. But if you missed that show, this was a token. This Bunny Money is a token that has to do with the Rogue Bunnies ecosystem. And the Rogue Bunnies Victoria Fuller was former Playmate. As you guys know, Hugh Hefner died. Before he died, he sold the magazine, all the mansion, all that kind of stuff. And the people who took it over really changed the whole idea and ethos of what it was, at least with what Hugh did, right? And so keeping to kind of that narrative and the backstory and all that stuff, she's trying to keep a lot of that going. And so this is their token. They are going to be doing a big, massive party at the Bitcoin conference. They are going to be trying to get a mansion in Vegas so that they have like a home place where they can do things. So there's NFTs, there's coin, all that stuff with this ecosystem. There will be a token gated aspect of their thing at some point in the future. So if this is something that was like interesting to you, I would suggest you get this because you can see the token is extremely low. It does have more room to fall based on historical. You've got some candle that you could say at some point it's going to stop, but keep an eye on this one. Bunny Money is the token here. That's on my favorite list. Here's a couple other ones that we have been looking at as a group recently. Vine, as you guys know, we talked about this one. This coin, Vine, was launched by the co-founder of the Vine platform. And recently, Elon Musk did say something about the Vine platform. Who knows if it's going to be coming back to X? Who knows what's going to happen? This is also another one of those coins where it could be doing the rounded bottoms pay the bills thing, right? That's what you got to be paying attention to. If it gets a lot of the attention back, say there's some integration with X something, you could see it happening. So I want you guys to make sure you put that one on your list too. I have had someone tell me recently not to fade that, and I did fade it, and obviously it pumped over the last couple of days. It's down today. This is golly. As you guys know, get rid of that. As you guys know, what I like to do when we first start looking at something seriously here, this is where it was yesterday. So the price is about the same based on this white line where we talked about it yesterday. And so I'm going to be keeping a track on this one. I may maybe see if we get some of these pumpages to come back down. But if not, if we are on our way up, we're going to want to think about, building a position of this pretty soon. So this is on Sol. One of the cool things about that, I want to show you guys this. And I did show you maybe yesterday, or maybe you saw my post. But so look, say you don't want to deal with the Phantom wallet. Say you don't have anything on the Phantom wallet, but you want to participate in some of these Solana meme coins. And now Base and BNB, they just announced it is multi-chain, the MemeX platform over on Phemex. You can do this. Watch this. Just copy the contract address over here for the Vine coin. It is a Solana coin, right? We'll go to Phemex. We can go right over here to the search. You can see that I already searched for it right here with Vine. But look, you can just drop your contract addresses in there and then click it. And then based on your spot portfolio here on Phemex, you can now buy and sell meme coins on Solana, on Base, and BNB here on Phemex with the MemeX feature. So, guys, we're going to do a lot with this. I'm going to generate some projects. Going to try to work on all sorts of stuff. Here you go. Look, you can see it is now official. Meme balance 0. I have 0 on this one. I'm going to be using a different account anyway for the partnership, so I'm not using this one right now. This is just so I can show you stuff. But here you go. Base, Solana, and BSC. There you go. Boom. MemeX is multi-chain. Let's go. Am I on Rumble? No. I think I have a Rumble account though, and I believe at one point it was one of the locations here, but it requires I think the custom RMTP feed, whatever it is. I'll get it set up. I know that I should be on some other decentralized platforms, and so I'll kick that, especially as we kick into the parabolic phase of the bull run later on the show. That's it. That's all I got. Not funny, man. What's up, fam? Hope you are doing well. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. If you were born back in the good days and like the top shelf magazines, and this is for you. You darn right. My guy, Doug. I love you, Doug. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Do something to make yourself better, whether it's financially, whether it's physically, whether it's emotionally, whether it's a relationship, whatever it is, man. It is just time to start doing it. I had posted out earlier today, and it's funny, somebody had said you sound like an alcoholic motivational speaker at the Ramada Inn saying this, and I thought that was funny. I laughed, actually. And one of the things that I obviously like to do when I end my shows is that I try to push the whole we want to make sure that we're 1% better every single day, and I feel like that's where we've got a lot of growth on many different fronts. And on some days it's physically, for me it's my health, it's what I'm eating, it's am I gonna drink more water than I normally? I don't even know if I drank one sip of water of this show, but that's okay. I drink several of these a day, right? And so I'm always trying to make myself better. And so I had posted something today like, are you locked in? Are you locked in? If you're trying to make generational wealth, it ain't going to make itself. Get to work. And I say stuff like this, and sometimes I am actually talking to myself when I do this. It's my inner monologue, and I get a way to vocalize it out. And I hope that when I speak like that to myself, there are people who are in maybe a similar situation or their own situation, and that speaks to them as well. And so at the end of the day, like, we're all in this together. We're all trying to make this all work. We are a big community, and I appreciate every single one of you. So whatever you need to do to make that generational wealth, whatever it is that you need to do to make yourself better, again, call someone that you haven't talked to in a while. Open up that line of communication, right? Remember to start networking. Do the things that you got to do to make yourself better. And we're going to crush this bull run. I know we are. I can feel it. So I hope you guys have a great night. I will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. Let's get it.